Hello students. In the last class I have discussed about the electron gain enthalpy. Now here three more things we have to discuss, that is the important trends in electron gain enthalpy. What is written here? Halogens have highest negative electron gain enthalpies. Why halogens have highest negative electron gain enthalpy? You know the electronic configuration of halogens. Outermost electronic configuration is the NH2 NP5. That means how many electrons are there? Total 7 electrons are there. That means they are to get only one more electron to get stability. So as they are to get only one more electron to get the stability, that means they will easily achieve that electron, and as a result the energy released will be very high as they are getting stability by maintaining the octet rule. Now, if we consider the chlorine, it has electronic configuration. Chlorine atomic number, all of you know, that is 17. So electronic configuration obviously will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. 3s2, 3p5 means there are total 7 electrons are present. That means if they get one more electron, so they will get stability. So as they will get stability, so that they will release high amount of energy, and that's why the negative value of electron gain enthalpy for halogen is the highest. Second point is given here, electron gain enthalpy values of noble gases are positive, while those of the beryllium, magnesium, nitrogen and phosphorus are almost zero. Actually, electron gain enthalpies of noble gases are positive because of the reason is that actually they have already achieved their stable electronic configuration. That means they are already stable, because if you consider the neon electronic configuration, neon is actually atomic number 10. That means 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 2s2, 2p6. So outermost cell is the 2s and 2p that contain 8 electron. So as they contain 8 electron, that means they don't want to get more electron there, and if they have to get the electron, that means they have to place it in the next higher energetic state. As a result, instead of releasing energy to establish electron over there, we have to provide energy from the outside, so that their electron gain enthalpy is positive. Next thing, electron gain enthalpy of fluorine is unexpectedly less negative than that of the chlorine. That is a very important point. Electron gain enthalpy of fluorine is unexpectedly less negative than that of the chlorine. What is there? Actually, it is expected that as the fluorine is most electronegative element, so it should have the highest negative value of electron gain enthalpy. And these things, actually fluorine has the less negative value of electron gain enthalpy than that of the chlorine due to the small size of the fluorine and the high charge density of the fluorine. As see, the size of the fluorine is very small, so the number of electrons present in the outermost shell will be very high. And as a result, see the charge density in the fluorine will be higher, so that this high charge density, they will repel the incoming electron. And due to the high charge density, as the incoming electrons are getting repelled, so what will happen? From the outside, we have to give energy to establish the electron in the small fluorine. So the fluorine's electron gain enthalpy is unexpectedly less negative than that of the chlorine. Now next, see, we have to go to the next topic, that is the electronegativity. What is this electronegativity? Electronegativity means this is the tendency of an atom to draw the bonded electron pair towards itself when it remains covalently bonded with the other atom. Just like consider the covalent bonding of hydrogen chloride or HCl. And see, the bond between the H and Cl are present, and one pair of electron is shared between the hydrogen and chlorine. And chlorine has tendency, means see, this shared electron are to stay in the middle of the bond, so that both the atoms mutually can use it. But what happened here? Chlorine, it has a tendency that it can slightly pull this electron towards itself, making the chlorine is the partial negative and hydrogen is partial positive, and this is known as the electronegativity. And electronegativity, that means see that actually if we consider here that what are the things which actually pulling this shared electron? Obviously the nuclear positive charge. That means see that if the shared electron and if the distance between the shared electron and the nucleus, the distance is small, so attraction will be greater. So as the attraction will be greater, so it will be shifted towards the chlorine more, more, and as a result, see the electronegativity of the atom will be higher. Now, in this context, if we consider the variation of electronegativity along the period and along the group, then what will happen? That if we move from left to right in a period, what happened there? In the atomic size, atomic size decreases. As the atomic size decreases, so what will happen? The that the electronegativity of the value of the atom will increase. That's why you know that the fluorine is known as the most electronegative element. Again, see, if we move down the group, then what will happen? If we move down the group, as the size of the atom increases, so that the electronegativity value also will decrease, because with the increased size, the nuclear attraction force on the shared electron will be very less, so that their electronegativity value also will be lower. And in this video we have discussed up to this, and in the next video we will be discussing about the measurement of the electronegativity by Pauling scale and Mulliken scale. That's all. If you have any problem related to this topic, please let me know in my personal WhatsApp number, that is 9593281803, or also you can write the comment section of this video, and then I will answer. Obviously I will try to clarify your doubt, and please read the NCERT book as well as the Chhaya publication book or the modern ABC book, whatever is available to you. So this is very important topic we have discussed here, and I hope that this will benefit you to understand the important trends in electron gain enthalpy as well as the concept of electronegativity and variation along the period and the group. That's all. Thank you.